Hey everybody, just doing a quick video today, just showcasing my soon-to-be Chaos Daemons army for Warhammer Fantasy or the Old World. As you may know, if you're a regular viewer, I'm doing Orcs and Goblins right now, and I'm totally into painting the Orcs and Goblins right now. I'm up to my knees and elbows in Orcs and Goblins. Some of the stuff is stuff that I've painted before, like Black Orcs, but I do have some things like catapults and stuff that I've not painted before that are coming up, or the stone throwers. And so what I thought I'd do is just to put a video out today, rather than showing things I've already done in the past, is similar to my Orcs and Goblins video I did over a year ago. I'm going to do just a Chaos Daemons video today of my collection. And this is something that I would likely start this year to some degree painting, but we do have a slow grow league in Calgary that I would like to, if they continue and do it again next year, I would like to use this army for it. For those of you that may not know, this is what they call a legacy army in the Old World, and so it is an army that they didn't provide a dedicated book for, or portion in the Ravening Hordes or the other book, the good book, essentially, Heroes book that they have for the good aligned armies. And so it's part of, it was given a PDF, and recently there have been some, like Square-based has done a fairly well accepted, well adopted kind of additive to it, just to tweak them just a little bit. It's even on the Old World Builder, you can build a list with it. And that's actually been kind of nice. But essentially, I thought it'd be nice to do a legacy army, and I really like the idea of doing a Daemon's army. Now, my favorite, historically, like my favorite army among the Chaos Daemons that I liked, the thought of doing was Nurgle. And even in 40K, I've oftentimes went that direction. And so the core, I was wanting to do like a one god army, or a mono army initially. Having said that, I had some things from the other different gods that I'll show, but I'll start by just showing the Nurgle stuff. What I have here are, let's see if I can just zoom in easily here. These are a group of 40 plague bearers, and see if I can show this one a little bit up close here. It's a little bright with the lighting that I have here, but they're all of this style, metal plague bearers. And so that would be a really nice solid block. Next to them is, I believe his name is Epidemic. If I can get close here. He's actually resin. And so, yeah, I will likely dip him, because none of this stuff has been painted by me at this point. And so I was wanting to use him as a herald alongside the plague bearers. I thought, because you can do a herald on this particular platform, and so I thought that would be really cool. So in front, I don't know how many I'm going to put on a base, but I have a bunch of metal Nurglings, and these are let's see, old style Nurglings. Actually, it's kind of hard to see the way I'm pointing there, but this is just one in particular. But there was one here that was really cool. It actually had like the bug eyes. Yeah, this one here. There's a whole bunch of different individual ones. And so I don't know whether I'll put 4 or 5 on a base for those. And what I also have back here is, let's see, I have this is a old school Daemon Prince, and I think I've showed him on the channel, because I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think I actually did this conversion in December. And basically, for those of you, I just basically did some like bug eyes on him with green stuff, and I put like the one horn that is oftentimes associated with Nurgle. I did some rot like in the gut, and then I also did just some bulbules, you know, like on the wings, on his body, and a couple of spots, just to stand out, to show a little bit of that Nurgle style. I'm not going to touch the Plague Bearer. I'll zoom up to him here, because really the arms are not glued on. I have to... I'm not sure if I'll strip him because he's already primed, but I have to certainly pin and glue the two arms there. But this is a nice kind of... most of the army, majority of the army, I would characterize as middle hammer. It's not like really, really old school. There might be a couple of models I'll point out. That Daemon Prince is pretty old. I don't know whether you would even make it to old hammer, but this guy's definitely more middle hammer. Very nice though. I do like the... I've always liked this particular sculpt. I like how there's such a huge sword, like wielding up above like that. And it's a very cool looking one. And so that's the Great Unclean one, if anyone doesn't know. What I have to the right here, and they're all in parts. They're not glued together, but those are three... Gosh, I forget the name of them. I guess they're Plague Bearers on the top, but they're Plague Drones. That's the name, yeah. And so they're kind of like a cavalry type flying unit, which I think would be really good in the army. I think it would work. They'll work really well. Trying to think. The only other thing I have, which is not even middle hammer, is if I ever needed a second herald, because I've got 40 of the Plague Bearers. I do have this Poxbringer that I picked up at the store when I didn't have Epidemus, even though I wanted him when I couldn't find him. I picked this guy up, which is kind of cool, and so I'll probably paint him up and have him as an alternate herald. And so that's a modern sculpt. Now, these guys to the left here are not specific to any one particular Chaos God in the game, but these are the Chaos Furies, and so these are all metal Furies, and I have 15 of them. I do need to strip them down and then prime them, but basically I'll come up with my own color scheme for them. From what I've seen, they can actually be really nice and work really nicely in the game. You can actually give them some extra points, some god specific buffs, and you can give them like Furious Charge if you run them as Khorne Furies. So that's actually kind of cool. I think they would work well in the game. Now that's the Nurgle stuff that I have. I ended up, I'll kind of go in order, but for the most part, this might suit Warriors of Chaos more, but I have a Tzeentch Sorcerer, and he's not glued, so I'm just going to take him off his stand. But this is like the old school Tzeentch Sorcerer that's like a hawk, where it's got like an eagle or a hawk head, and he's flying on a disc, and I just took him off his disc. And I thought he would be cool as a herald. I thought he could probably pass easily as a herald, and I would think in order to have a unit that, you know, he's a herald, it's usually like a core troop or something supporting, you know, because that's often what they do. And so I have these are old hammer for sure. These are the blue horrors. I have 15 of the metal of these. So I have these two bags there, and they're 15 blue horrors and 10 pink horrors of this old style. I apologize that it's really bright. In order to get this stuff lit up on the table, I had to add some additional lighting, and so when I'm actually trying to show stuff close up, it's actually a little too bright. But yeah, you might recognize that's a pink horror with the top, and then I have the bottom here. None of these are assembled. They have to be completely put together. But they could be cool if I actually wanted to add some Tzeentch splash to the army. And so far all I would have is just the blue horrors, the pink horrors, and the herald. That's it. And then on the other side here, this is something that I've had for many years, but I just thought the sculpt was cool, but it's an Ultra Forge. It's not GW. Kind of their version of the Keeper of Secrets. So it's quite a bit larger than, let's say, like the old hammer Keeper of Secrets. And it's larger than even my middle hammer Nurgle Plague Bearer there, or Great Unclean one, I should say. But I thought it might look nice in this army, so I decided to pull that out and put it with it. I am what I've recently purchased here are these two things. They're both what I believe are the Diaz sculpts of the metal daemonettes and daemonettes on Seekers. And so I have 19 of these, and these are all metal. And they're all paint, you know, they're mostly prime black, so I apologize that you really can't see the detail incredibly well. But some of you may recognize these. They're really, really nice sculpts for daemonettes. And they would be like core troops within a Slaanesh army. Although now I'm like, you know, I'm probably going to do like a core Nurgle army, but then have it like times where I'll do games where I'll do add stuff from other gods. So for if I wanted cavalry, like fast cavalry of some kind, these are the those same Diaz sculpts, but on Seekers. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, Seekers. But they're basically mounts. And so, so yeah, that'll be cool. And let's see, I think that's it. Yeah, I think I've showed everything there. And so what I am looking at doing, I have a lead with a subscriber, a friend that I've known from the channel for a long time, that I might be able to get a metal keeper of secrets, like an Oldhammer style, in which case I think it will fit, similar to Epidemus on the right, fit in as an awesome herald for the daemonettes. And I don't know if you remember, any of you, but it's like the one that has like the bull kind of style head, but then has the 4 arms. It's just really cool looking. And so I would put that in with these guys, and they would support this unit. So this could be something that I'll do for 2026. So it may be something a little ahead of time, at least gaming with it, and I would likely start getting going with it before then. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. And I do have one other army. Well, actually I have 2. I have a Warrior of Chaos army that's not huge, but probably of a similar size to this. And then I have one huge bucket list project that I've referred to on the channel. And maybe one day I'll pull that out on a video like this, but it would be much longer. But I have a High Elves project where I have a huge, kind of like one of those banker file boxes, just filled from bottom to the top with High Elves, old style. Most of it is older school, but some Metal Hammer too. But it's all fairly old. And that might be a nice video in of itself one day to go through and kind of just showcase all of that stuff when I actually pick that project up. Anyways, hope everybody's doing well, and talk to you later.